Welcome back to the channel, Decoders. Hope you guys are doing well tonight. We're gonna jump into this stream, but we'll wait for people to jump on with me. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well out there tonight, wherever you are in the world. I'm coming to you from Germany, as usual. So all of you those in the United States, I hope your day is going well there and also throughout the rest of the world. We'll give it a few minutes for people to jump on. Will you guys give me a thumbs up in the chat if you guys can hear me and if you guys can see the screen? Please let me know. That way I don't have any issues. But it looks like we got a few people here. So we got Daryl and we got Christy. Carrie Ann. Nice to see you all this evening or this afternoon. But yeah, guys, we're gonna talk about this interesting this interesting thing in this movie. You know, hopefully this will be my last stream about this movie. I hope you guys aren't getting bored of hearing about this, but I just figured I wanted to make a video about this part of the movie, the barcode that's in the movie, and just kind of investigate it a bit. Hello to Carrie Ann and John Montoya and Morgan and my girlfriends in the chat, Magdalena. Much love. Love you, babe. And hello, Captain Flatastic. So welcome. Give it about another minute and then we'll jump in. This isn't going to be, for once on my channel, guys, not going to be a lot of gematria in this video, but mostly just investigating this QR code. So a little bit less gematria, but definitely a lot more investigating in this decode. And I want anyone in the chat who might have some details to add to this, please, 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 let me know what you guys know in the chat. As I go through this decode, please let me know what you guys know, what you guys have to add to the decode, because this is still not clear to me, all the connections. There's probably a lot more connections, but I'm going to show you the base connections I found with this QR code and why it leads, why a random QR code in the movie Leave the World Behind, why it leads to an abandoned amusement park in West Virginia. And it seems kind of creepy because this amusement park is supposedly haunted and it's supposedly on cursed land. And I talked about this in my last live stream a bit, and how there's definitely something here. There's no reason they put this in there in the movie without there being a reason. So we're going to kind of investigate that. So Christy says she's not tired of hearing about Leave the World Behind. That's good. So Captain Flatastic says you have to drive 15 minutes, but I'll be right back. Okay, well, hopefully everything's well there with you. Just maybe you're running to the grocery store for a quick bite or something. So anyways, let's jump in, guys. We got 35 in the chat. I don't want this to be too long. I've been having a few people tell me that the live streams are kind of redundant, so I don't want to make it too redundant, but hopefully I can get to the point. So anyways, as you guys know, Leave the World Behind. I've done a few decodes on this. If you guys haven't watched my last videos, it's the movie directed by Barack Obama, has the deer in it. It's all the 192s. But at the end of the movie, it has the bunker, right? So the little girl who wants to watch Friends, she wants to watch Friends. And finally, at the end of the show, she's able to locate a bunker, and she finds the show Friends to watch. And it's called the Commodus Bunker, which I told you guys that Commodus was the Roman emperor who was assassinated in the last day of the year 192. Okay, so this Commodus Bunker is where she watches the last episode of Friends, okay? And I'm going to tie in Matthew Perry in with this bunker And I'm going to show you guys how there's a lot of nuclear and bunker symbolism tied to this, okay? And I'm also going to show you how the QR code is tied to underground symbolism, bunker symbolism. So first things first, if you guys don't know, hold on, guys. I seem to have a bit of an issue with some of my stuff here. I don't know why. So anyways, Leave the World Behind. In the scene where they show the cyber attacks across America, they show a hidden QR code, and it's over West Virginia, okay? And when you do more research into this, it takes you to this site right here. Hopefully you guys can see it. It's the Visit Mercer County, and this is located in Lake Shawnee, West Virginia. And so you can see the QR code right here, and it's over the state of West Virginia. And it leads you to West Virginia on a website. If you use the QR code, it leads you to this website, okay? Visit Mercer County. It's an abandoned amusement park. It's called the Lake Shawnee Abandoned Amusement Park. So if you investigate more, you're going to see that the Lake Shawnee Abandoned Amusement Park is, here's what they write about it. There's something unnatural about this Mercer County attraction. A Native American burial ground, violent deaths, freak accidents. Who knew a simple amusement park could have such a dark past? Explore this creepy, maybe cursed land, one of the world's most haunted places. Arranged a private tour, join paranormal investigators to ghost hunt, or brave the dark carnival in October. So you're going to notice that 2 times in this is the website that this QR code leads you to. And 2 times in this main webpage, they reference the word dark, like a blackout, right? So the movie Leave the World Behind is about a blackout, which is dark, right? And so they're symbolizing this as a dark carnival and a haunted place, right? A cursed land. And if you read in the history of this park, Lake Shawnee, again, I talked about this a bit in my last decode, but it was opened in 1926 and it operated for 62 years until the year 1988. And it was connected to Queen Elizabeth. I talked about that in my last stream. If you guys didn't catch that, then go back. But anyways, the land was so let me read this. The land which the amusement park was built on was the site of a massacre after landowner Mitchell Clay. Now, remember, guys, in the movie Leave the World Behind, where this QR code is located, there is a character named Clay, okay? In the movie, the guy's name is Clay. It's the guy who plays Clay is, what's the actor's name now? Not Kevin Bacon, but Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke plays a character named Clay. And in the movie, you find a QR code that leads you to a haunted amusement park where the original people who lived on the land were the last name Clay. So what a coincidence that the movie has the Clay in it, and this QR code leads you right back to a guy with the name Clay. As a matter of fact, I didn't look and see what the gematria of Clay was. Well, Clay has the 41 and 14, which is interesting. It also has the 67 and 22, like a reset, like satanic. So you'll see that satanic has the 67 and 22, like Clay. And again, this amusement park, the site of the amusement park was owned by a guy named Mitchell Clay, whose children were murdered by Native Americans in 1785. The 2 of the children had been killed and scalped, while a third was captured and taken to Chillicothe. Chillicothe is in Ohio, and burned at the stake. Clay sought out revenge, and with the help of other landowners, he killed several Native Americans in a raiding party. In 1926, an entrepreneur named C.T. Sniddow purchased the land and began developing an amusement park for the people of Mercer County. The park featured a Ferris wheel. So this is where we're going to get into the Ferris wheel symbolism, right? A Ferris wheel is a huge attraction at a carnival. Okay. So there's something about the Ferris wheel. And if you go to the actual site, as I showed you here, this is the front page of the site that the QR code leads you to. It has the Ferris wheel right here. And it was at the Ferris wheel that the most of people have seen a haunting. Supposedly, they have seen a haunting at the Ferris wheel. So when I typed in Ferris wheel, I was like, okay, I wonder what Ferris wheel equals. So Ferris wheel equals 128, which is interesting because the day the movie came out on Netflix was 128, right? And this QR code leads you to a Ferris wheel that's supposedly haunted, and that equals 128. I also told you guys that the ship that's in the movie called the White Lion also equals 128. So there's some symbolism here with the 128 and the Ferris wheel. And I'm going to get into that in a minute and how that ties to a nuclear connection with Ukraine. So anyways, the Ferris wheel is supposedly haunted, and the amusement park also has had a lot of hauntings, right? And they've discovered Native American skeletons beneath this. So this was a Native American burial ground before, right? So this makes me think that they're pointing to us the symbolism of the Native Americans, the slaughtering that happened to the supposed Native Americans back in these times, right? And how their land was stolen from them. So there's a lot of symbolism here, and I think it's interesting. Now, let's talk about West Virginia. So why do I think that this amusement park was located in West Virginia? Well, the QR code leads you to the amusement park, and the whole QR code, if you look at it, it's over the state of all of West Virginia. So they're pointing us to the whole state of West Virginia. And the thing that I wanted to know was, I wonder if there's anything connected to West Virginia and underground tunnels. Because again, this movie ends, Leave the World Behind, it ends in a bunker underground, right? And I had seen somebody on Twitter mention that there's a lot of underground tunnels that possibly run from Washington, D.C. underground to West Virginia. Now, I don't know who said that or where somebody saw that, but I did see somebody on Twitter mention that. If any of you in the chat know of any, I know there's a girl an old lady that used to be alive. I think she's dead now. She was quite famous, and I know she talked about how the world had a lot of underground tunnels that led to other places. And I'm very interested in this topic because I feel like the elites do move underground. And I just saw somebody say that there's a lot of tunnels that could be going from Washington, D.C. and in that area of West Virginia underground, right? So the fact that this movie ends in a bunker doesn't seem to be a coincidence. So what really got me was this, guys, is when I typed in underground bunkers or underground roads in West Virginia, I found this site. So let's look. It says West Virginia, and it's the site of West Virginia. It says 6 amazing things you can discover underground in West Virginia. Okay. So this is exactly the type of connection I was looking for. On the West Virginia site, they have a site dedicated to 6 things you can find underground in West Virginia. Now, 6 things reminds me of that number 6 that they love, the 666. But anyway, let's read this a bit. West Virginia is known for its breathtaking mountains, but some of its most fascinating sites can be found tucked in a hillside or buried far beneath the Earth's surface. From man-made top-secret structures to natural wonders found millions of years ago, this underground attractions are sure to pique your interest. So you have this symbolism in this movie that leads you to here, West Virginia, and it's talking about underground, just like the movie leave the world behind ends underground in a bunker. So the first thing it says is the Lost Caverns in Greenbrier County offers a self-guided tour so you can explore at your leisure. So there's underground tunnels here, right? I mean, you can read more about this on your own time, guys, but there's a lot of underground things, okay? Notice that this one says farther south there was an Oregon cave in Greenbrier County served as a hideout during the Civil War. And we know that this movie had a huge connection to African Americans in the Civil War. And so West Virginia does happen to have underground tunnels that were used as hideouts in the Civil War. Quite interesting. Now, if you go to the second one, you're going to see there's a natural refrigeration, but I want to jump down to the third one. Now, this is the big one, guys. This kind of blew my mind. So as I was looking for underground places in West Virginia, I stumbled across this. Some of West Virginia's underground wonders are man-made. Deep beneath the Greenbrier Resort, there is a bunker. You guys get it? A bunker. Okay, so this movie ends in a bunker. Leave the world behind. And then the QR code in the movie points you to West Virginia. In West Virginia, on their main page, they say, West Virginia's underground wonders are man-made. Deep beneath the Greenbrier Resort, there is a bunker that was once kept top secret. The 112,544 square foot Greenbrier bunker was completed in 1961. Why is this important, guys? Why is it important that this bunker was completed in 1961? Well, that was the year Obama was born, guys. This movie, Leave the World Behind, was co-produced by Obama. Obama was born in 1961. The bunker in West Virginia, a government bunker, was completed in 1961, and it kept constant readiness for the U.S. government officials in Washington, D.C. It was designed to accommodate 1,100 people. The bunkers featured dormitories, decontamination chambers, a medical clinic, and communications hub. So, this bunker is absolutely tied to this movie, I believe. Because, again, this bunker was completed in the year Obama was born. It's in West Virginia, which is exactly where the QR code leads you. Okay? This is exactly where the QR code leads you, is West Virginia. And again, the movie that Obama made ends in a bunker, and now you have this Greenbrier bunker. Okay, so let's investigate that for a minute. The Greenbrier is a luxury resort located in the Allegheny Mountains near White Sulphur Springs in Greenbrier County, West Virginia. But if you scroll down, you're going to see that the Greenbrier is known for the bunker. Okay. In the late 1950s, the U.S. government approached the Greenbrier for assistance in creating a secret emergency relocation center to house Congress in the aftermath of a nuclear holocaust. The classified underground facility named Project Greek Island was built at the same time as the West Virginia wing, an above-ground addition which was added to the hotel in the years 1959 to 1962. So this bunker was built in the year Obama was born, and it was a top secret place to house Congress or government officials in the aftermath of a nuclear holocaust. Now, this movie has nuclear bombs in it, and it ends in a bunker, right? And it points us to the state of West Virginia, where you have an old bunker built for Congress during a nuclear holocaust, okay? So to me, I believe that they wanted us to discover this. I mean, maybe not. There's a reason they put the QR code in there, guys. And there's probably way more to it than what I'm going to show you here. But what's most interesting about this is the original project for this bunker was called Project Greek Island. And when I typed this in, guys, it blew my mind because you guys know that the number I've been talking about most often is the 192. Remember, in the movie Leave the World Behind, which equals 192, the bunker is named after Commodus, who dies in the year 192. Obama, who made the movie, also that equals that number. But if you go to the bunker built under West Virginia's Greenbrier, and you go to its original name for the government name, it's called Project Greek Island. If you type Project Greek Island in the cipher, look at what you get, guys. Project Greek Island, the name of the bunker for the government, is a direct match to Leave the World Behind 192. Do you see this, guys? So through my research, by going through the carnival, this is where the QR code leads you, and then looking in West Virginia for bunkers, which I found here, and then the bunker leads us to Project Greek Island, and Project Greek Island leads us right back to the 192. Do you see that, guys? So the number that I was talking about for the whole last week is exactly what I found when I typed in the name of the project for the bunker, 192, like Leave the World Behind. And again, the Santa's Gotta Go, a few days after this movie came out, Obama was in the classroom in Chicago reading the book Santa's Gotta Go. That equals 192. And Matthew Perry, who's connected to this, his character in Friends is born on the eclipse next year. And his last name is Chandler Bing, which equals 192 like Obama. So this whole 192 connection leads us right back to the bunker, right? And this bunker is the Greenbrier. And again, this was originally named Project Greek Island, which equals 192. So you guys can see some pictures here that this bunker was legit, and supposedly you can go tour this bunker now, but I've read some comments on there that you can't actually see the whole thing and that a lot of it is still secret. So you know how these people are. I mean, this was a top secret bunker, right? And there's definitely a lot here. And just notice that the original name of this bunker also was called Project Casper, which is also interesting because the QR code that leads you to West Virginia also leads you to a haunted amusement park. And when you think of hauntings, you think of the Casper, right? Casper, the friendly ghost. And so it's interesting that this bunker is also known as Project Casper, which I didn't even decode that. Let me see what that equals. Oh man, I don't know what I just did there. Yeah, so interesting. Project Casper equals Skull and Bones in 3 out of the 4 ciphers. So that's very interesting. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting that also the name of it was Casper, like the ghost, like the haunting. So far, this QR code has led us to a haunted amusement park, and it's led us to an underground bunker in West Virginia, okay? The Greenbrier, built in the year Obama was born, okay? And now I want to give a big shout out to one of my subscribers. I don't know where his comment is. Sorry, guys, I'm watching my own stream on here. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, I want to give a big shout out to one of my subscribers who pointed out that in connection to this abandoned amusement park that this QR code leads us to, this is very connected to nuclear, right? And so if you actually look it up, there's a Pripyat amusement park in Ukraine. Now, just look at the similarities between this, guys. The Pripyat, how do you say that, amusement park is an abandoned amusement park located in Pripyat, Ukraine. It was to have a grand opening on May 1st, the day the Illuminati was founded in history. May 1st, that's also May Day. This amusement park was supposed to have a grand opening on May 1st, 1986, in time for May Day celebrations, but these plans were canceled on April 26th because that was the day in 1986 of the Chernobyl disaster. So do you see the nuclear connection, guys? We have this bunker symbolism, and now we have another abandoned amusement park in Ukraine, just like the abandoned amusement park that the QR code points you to in the movie. And this amusement park was only open for less than a day before they had to close it down due to the Chernobyl disaster. Now, if you guys read here, it says, in any case, the park and its Ferris wheel in particular have become a symbol of the Chernobyl disaster. So look at this, guys. The Ferris wheel, which I already talked about earlier, which is connected to the West Virginia park, right? Because remember, here's a picture from the site the QR code leads you to. It has the Ferris wheel right on it. And it talks about the Ferris wheel. And then you have another abandoned amusement park connected to a nuclear disaster or supposed nuclear disaster. And it's most famous for being connected to a Ferris wheel. And again, guys, I showed you that Ferris wheel equals 128. Kind of like the movie Leave the World Behind was released on 128 or 12/8. So now we have this connection to Chernobyl and Wormwood. Yeah, you guys in the chat you're already way ahead of me here. Let me go to the chat for a minute. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hold on. Yeah, so I see that Tabernacle of the Bridegroom is saying that Greenbrier Bunker equals Queen Elizabeth died. Yeah, very interesting, because Queen Elizabeth was very connected to this theme park also, this haunting. But you guys are right. Chernobyl is connected to the Revelations 8:11, where it talks about the wormwood, because in Ukrainian, Chernobyl means wormwood. So let me see if I can pull that up here. Hold on. I spelled it wrong, but hold on. So anyway, Chernobyl was the site of the incident, which I just told you was connected to this theme park, this amusement park. Okay. And hold on. And Chernobyl, if you do a research, let me see if I can find it. Chernobyl word meaning. Yeah, okay. So in Russian and Ukrainian, the word Chernobyl means blackweed and is a member of the wormwood family. Now remember, in Revelation, it talks about the wormwood in Revelations, I believe it's 8:11. Okay. So let me just type in wormwood. Hold on a second. Interesting. But yeah, in Revelation 8:11, you have that connection to wormwood, which again leads you back to Ukraine. And remember, Ukraine was attacked on February 24th in 2022, right? And we're heading into the year 2024 right now, which is like 224. So 2024 is like 224, and Ukraine was attacked on 224. So this is a very interesting connection to see what happens next year. But are they pointing to some sort of supposed nuclear event in the United States? I don't know. But to me, there seems to be a very interesting connection between this amusement park. So let me hold on a second, guys. My computer's acting up right now. Hold on. So let me read what you guys are saying. So Morgan is talking about Apollo and Artemis. Okay. Socrates was sentenced to death and had to drink poisonous herb. Interesting. So anyways, guys, let's just think about this for a minute. You have this nuclear connection. You have this abandoned amusement park, which is connected to this abandoned amusement park in Ukraine, which is connected to a nuclear incident. And again, you have this QR code that leads you to the state of West Virginia, where we have an underground bunker that I just showed you, the Greenbrier, right? The bunker, right? So you have all this symbolism. Now, if that wasn't enough, let's talk about Matthew Perry. Remember, Matthew Perry starred in Friends, and the very last episode of Friends is called The Last One. And the girl in the movie, Leave the World Behind, is trying to finish the last episode, and she's able to finish the last episode in the bunker, okay? She finishes the last episode of Friends, where Matthew Perry is in, and she does that in the nuclear bunker. So how does that tie to Matthew Perry perfectly? Well, I'm going to show you. Matthew Perry actually starred in a video game called Fallout New Vegas. So Matthew Perry, the guy in Friends, was in a video game, and he played the character Benny. And notice that the Benny is wearing the checkerboard. Do you guys see this? The checkerboard floor where Obama came in the other day to read the Santa's Gotta Go, and the checkerboard floor in the iPet Goat. But anyways, the character that Matthew Perry plays is a gangster in a movie all about Fallout. If you guys don't know what the video game is, Fallout, it's all about nuclear. See this? It's all about nuclear. Gas masks. And this is all about bunkers. If you guys don't know the video game Fallout, it's all about bunkers. And I'm making this connection to the bunker. And Matthew Perry actually stars in the bunker. You know, the little girl watches his show in the bunker, and then he stars in a show all about nuclear bunkers. And what's even more interesting about this connection is that this video game that he starred in is called Fallout New Vegas. And remember, guys, the Super Bowl this year, which equals 192, let me show you. Super Bowl, LVIII equals 192. Usher Raymond IV, who's performing at the halftime show, he equals 192. So again, I'll pull up all the 192s. The Super Bowl is in Las Vegas. It equals Project Greek Island, which is the name of the bunker in West Virginia I showed you, connected to the Greenbrier. It equals Leave the World Behind, and it equals Super Bowl 58, okay? And again, Matthew Perry starred in the video game Fallout New Vegas that's in Las Vegas. Let me type in Super Bowl 58 so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Super Bowl 58 is going to be at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's technically in Paradise, Nevada, which is interesting, right? So the Super Bowl is in Paradise, but it's actually near Sin City. So let's see what that leads to. But anyways, Matthew Perry, the big connection here, guys, is he plays a video game character in a show all about nuclear bunkers. And it's in Vegas. And Vegas is the Super Bowl. And the Super Bowl this year literally equals 192, like the name of the movie, Leave the World Behind. So this number, I know I keep talking about it, but it's really the only number I need. It's really the only number I need to decode this right now, because it's the number that keeps coming up and keeps pointing us to, you know, what's coming, right? So we shall see what this leads to. And but yeah, the Super Bowl in Las Vegas. I just showed you all the connections to Wormwood. If you guys are just getting into the chat, you guys are going to want to go back and watch the whole thing because there's a lot of pieces here. But again, I started out by talking about the abandoned amusement park that the QR code leads you to. It's connected to hauntings and cursed ground, and it's connected to bunkers and underground, right? So definitely something to watch. And definitely, if you guys find any more information out about the Greenbrier bunker that was completed in the year Obama was born, please let me know in the comments of my videos. And thank you to all the people who have given clues. Thank you to the subscriber who pointed me to this amusement park in Ukraine that was abandoned after the nuclear Chernobyl disaster. Thank you, whoever you are. Thank you. I can't remember your name. I'm sorry. So, with that being said, guys, what do you guys think? Do you think I'm missing this here by connecting the Greenbrier bunker? Do you guys think I'm dead on? Do you guys think I'm off? I'm just trying to find out what this QR code is really all about, guys. So let me know what you guys think in the chat. Do you think I'm reaching here, or do you think this bunker in West Virginia and this Ferris wheel in Ukraine is definitely pointing to some sort of nuclear thing? And it seems to be pointing to Las Vegas in the Super Bowl next year. Yeah, you're right, Newman. They definitely purposely encoded the number 192, as I just showed you guys here. I mean, it's all over this movie, so we shall see. But I have one more thing to talk about, and Morgan, you perfectly led into that by saying nuclear, right? So the word nuclear may not mean anything about a bomb. It could mean nuclear, because if you say the word nuclear, you're going to get the words nuclear, like a reset. Remember, they've been talking about the Great Reset. And when you talk about nuclear or unclear, yeah, that's a good point, Daryl. Saying unclear or nuclear is essentially the same word. I'm thinking Great Reset, right? Well, reset has that 67 and 22, and it equals water, right? So and remember, Elvis, so reset equals Elvis. Matthew Perry died on the anniversary of Elvis taking the vaccine on live television. He took the polio vaccine, which equals 67, right? So there's definitely a connection here between Elvis, the reset, right? Just like Jurassic Liars always talks about. And yeah, but just notice that Elvis and polio, remember Elvis got the polio vaccine on live television on Bill Gates' birthday, October 28th, 1960 or 1956, I think. And then Matthew Perry died on that anniversary of Elvis getting the polio shot. So, and remember, what is Elvis known for? Elvis is known for Vegas, right? I mean, you guys know there's lots of Elvises in Vegas, right? And I just connected, I just connected Matthew Perry to the show, to the video game that he's in, and how Matthew Perry is connected to Elvis, right? So it's all pointing to Las Vegas in the Super Bowl next year. So it'll be very interesting. I'm not saying there's going to be an event on the Super Bowl, but I mean, next year sometime. So speaking of Vegas and resets and nuclear things, I want to pull up another thing that I noticed happened in the last few days that's tied to this. Hold on a second, guys. Let me pull that up for you. So as I was just talking about Las Vegas and nuclear and resets and the end of the world or whatever you want to say, you guys know that I follow WWE wrestling because their characters are very coded, and they've been doing a lot with these characters, right? And I want to really highlight this character right here. Okay. This guy's name in wrestling is called Karrion Kross. Now, notice that he has the 1111 Karrion Kross, KK. But he's a very apocalyptic wrestler. His theme song is all about the end of the world. If you type in his theme song, it says "Fall and Pray." Let me just pull that up for a second. So this guy, his song is called "Dead Silent," Karrion Kross. The lyrics to his song are, "He is time, famine, war, pestilence, you cannot endure. The end is here, the end is here. Fall and pray." And then for the rest of the song, it's pretty much fall and pray, fall and pray, fall and pray. So this guy is all about the judgment day and the book of Revelation. His whole character is based off of that. And today, when I was on Twitter, I noticed that WWE and Karrion Kross posted a video called "Everything is About to Crumble." And I was like, wow, what is this about? So I clicked the video, and the thing that I heard in this video, I don't know if I can play this. And in fact, guys, you won't be able to hear this because you won't be able to hear this video on my, but if you guys go to Twitter and watch this, talking about a year ago. And again, if you guys watch this video, you guys will see how crazy this is. He's not telling us something big is coming. And his wife is named Scarlet. Now, Scarlet is a reference to the book of Revelation and the woman. It's a lot to explain if you guys don't know the story already. I've talked about this in prior videos. If you guys want to go to my channel and go to my channel and find the video where I talked about this guy last year, you guys can find that video on my channel. If you scroll down far enough. Hold on, I'll just show you guys. It might take a second to get there. Because I believe I posted this video in 2022 about Karrion Kross. So let's see here. Because I used this wrestler to predict when the Queen was probably going to die, because this guy came back about a month before the Queen passed. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, sorry guys, I didn't think it would take this long to find this video. Oh, here it is, right here. So the video that I made about this, it only got 299 views way back then, but it's called TikTok, and this guy is connected now. He's releasing a video. Again, you guys aren't going to be able to completely understand this until you watch this video. If you guys want to watch it, you guys don't have to watch it. But I'm just saying that in this video, Karrion Kross, a few days after Leave the World Behind, he comes out and says, "I'm here to tell you about the next world event." And the next world event is the recycling of the world. And it's going to be a new beginning. So notice that his wife, Scarlet, like the Scarlet Woman, the whore of Babylon, in the book of Revelation, this is his wife, right? So, yeah. Let me just pull up a picture of him so you guys can see the full. I just want you guys to understand that they're telling us clearly what they're going to do and just how dark and, evil it is. But yeah, I mean, I just couldn't believe it when I saw this video that he posted today, and it's connected perfectly with what we're about ready, this event that's coming. So I see Joseph Aquavivas in the chat. Welcome, brother. If you're late, I've pretty much already gotten through the main decode. I'm just talking about this wrestler for a minute because, and look what he posts, guys. December 16th, he posts time for a reset. Okay. His wife is all about witchcraft and haunting, and she's the whore of Babylon, right? And this guy's from New York. And where does the movie Leave the World Behind take place? Well, it takes place pretty close to New York, Long Island. And this guy, Karrion Kross, is from New York. And his song, again, has the famine, the war, the pestilence, which is the four horsemen. It has the fall and pray, fall and pray, fall and pray. So I guess they're telling us what to do. Fall and pray. And they're telling us it's time for a reset. And we know the Great Reset, Klaus Schwab's World Economic Forum, and his Great Reset. And, yeah, I don't know what else to say unless you guys watch this video. But in the video, she burns the justice card. Let me slow this down. And I told you guys the hourglass has already been lit, This is what they're telling us. The hourglass has already been laid, and we're just waiting for this event, So anyways, she's burning the tarot card, the Justice card, which is the 11th card. Remember, New York is the 11th state, and the guy's name is Karrion Kross, which is the 11 and the 11, the K. So yeah, definitely a lot to look at. What's interesting about Karrion Kross is that he's from Las Vegas. His where they say that he's from. He's originally from New York, but he currently resides in Las Vegas. And I just talked about how Matthew Perry is tied to Las Vegas because he played in the game called Fallout New Vegas about a nuclear apocalypse. So, yeah, lots to talk about. I guess I'm going around in circles now, so let me go into the chat and see what you guys have to say. Welcome, Madak Rostock. I see you're in the chat also. But yeah, I just wanted to point out, guys, that Karrion Kross is billed where he's from is Las Vegas, Nevada, Sin City. And I already told you, Elvis has the connection to Sin City. Matthew Perry dies on the anniversary of Elvis getting the polio vaccine. Matthew Perry played in Las Vegas in the video game. He played in Fallout New Vegas. And the Super Bowl is in Las Vegas, equals 192. Like all the other 192s. Just like Project Greek Island, which is the name of the bunker in West Virginia, right? The government bunker in West Virginia is Project Greek Island, 192, like Leave the World Behind, and like Super Bowl 58, right, in Las Vegas. So we will see what happens, but I think I got through most of what I wanted to talk about here. I see you guys talking about Decode Your Reality in the chat. I did watch his video on the Leave the World Behind. He had some very interesting connections to Mr. Robot and cryptocurrency. Definitely going to have to do with the money, guys. Cryptocurrency, the dollar, the stocks. There's definitely going to be, all this could really be about the money, guys. A lot of times when they do this cryptic symbolism, it ends up being about the money. There's going to be a crash of the stock market. And in case you guys don't know, the stock market is currently at all-time highs. And I'm watching the chart. I know exactly when the stock market will probably hit a resistance and have an opportunity to crash, just like the 1929 stock market crash. So we're going to keep an eye on it and see if that happens. But that could definitely be coming along with the other events. And Las Vegas is all about money, right? And gambling. So we'll see. The Super Bowl being in Las Vegas is not a coincidence. Yeah, I see that Joseph is saying that Julia Roberts. So yeah, if you guys didn't see, it was announced that Matthew Perry's cause of death was from ketamine. Thank you, Joseph, for pointing this out. So they reported that Matthew Perry died of the acute effects of ketamine. And ketamine is a drug for depression. And ketamine equals 4/8. Okay. And remember, the eclipse next year is on 4/8. And Matthew Perry, we get this news of his death, or of ketamine death, exactly 48 days after his death, and ketamine equals 48. His birthday next year is on, his character in Friends is that his birthday is on 4/8, the eclipse. So that's something that happened that I thank you, Joseph, for reminding me of that. And notice that ketamine equals eclipse in the same cipher. Do you see this? Ketamine equals 33. We know that's a big number. So ketamine equals eclipse in the same cipher. And Matthew Perry was born, his character Chandler Bing was born on the eclipse next year on 4/8, and ketamine equals 4/8, and we get the news 48 days after his death. And yeah, Barack Obama does equal 4/08 in one of the ciphers, and Obama equals 8/4, right? Obama equals 8/4. Barack Obama equals 4/08, which is essentially the same number. And again, the eclipse next year on 4/8. Yeah, I mean, this whole depression thing is caused by the drugs, guys. I mean, you got to get on a better diet, and you got to, be in prayer and be connected with God, and just be away from the drugs, man. It doesn't do any good to turn to drugs unless you absolutely have to, like I try to avoid any kind of drug like it's the plague. So, yeah. Yeah, so thank you, 22 divided by 7. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Decode Your Realities video about the Leave the World Behind, he's another decoder in the community. And he did make a good connection. He didn't talk about Obama at all, but he did make a good connection that the Leave the World Behind, here it is right here if you guys haven't seen it. He talks about how it's connected to Sam Esmail, and Sam Esmail was the guy who directed the movie Leave the World Behind, and Sam Esmail also did the movie or the series Mr. Robot, and Mr. Robot is all about cybersecurity as well, just like this movie Leave the World Behind. And it's definitely tied to cryptocurrency, I think. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out for you guys in case you guys want to watch that video. Let's see, what else? Yeah, Esmail does equal Obama and Dragon. Next year is the year of the dragon. So yeah, Sam Esmail, he's the guy who made the movie. You know what I find interesting, Joseph, about Sam Esmail is that his name equals Jesus Christ, the 151, and the Great Reset number, the 151, the 36 prime, which is 666 connection. Also, Sam Esmail equals 92 and 29. Barack Obama was born on date numerology of 92 and 29. You guys see this here? So Barack Obama, when he was born, had 92 date numerology and also 29 date numerology. Sam Esmail, the director of Leave the World Behind, equals 92 and 29. So I thought that was interesting that you see both the 92 and the 29. Of course, there's a lot of other things to say here, but yeah. Yeah, and the movie came out 4 months and 4 days after Barack Obama's birthday. Obama was number 44, and it was in Long Island, which equals 44. So yeah, lots of 44s. If you guys are seeing Joseph in the chat, he's posting all of that. I'm not fast enough with my hands to bring all that up with because I don't have it ready, but yeah, KC is saying, please decode Thorns, the name of the family that had the bunker in their house. Yeah, that's interesting. I never thought to look at that. Their last name was Thorns, right? Thorns? Huh. Okay. Thornus, or is it Thornus? Is that how you spell it? Do you guys know if that's how you spell the name of that family? Because if it is, then that's interesting. Because I want to talk to you about the number 99 too for a minute. Funny, I have almost 99 in the chat right now. KC, can you verify that was how they spelled the name of? Did I spell it right here in the thing? Can you verify that? Hopefully you're still here. Yeah, Tad Thompson, thank you for coming in. You're connecting Bob Knight, who died at 30,322 days old on 11/1. Batman 111, Knighthood 111. Bob Knight was raised in Wayne County, Ohio. That's interesting. Like Batman is Bruce Wayne. There's a connection to this movie and Ohio also. Because do you guys know that the Ohio is known as the Buckeye State? And on the front of the Leave the World Behind, there is a buck. And the Buckeye State, Ohio is nicknamed the Buckeye State after its Ohio Buckeye trees. And that's because the nuts that come off the trees look like a buck's eye. And of course, on the front of Leave the World Behind, there is a buck. And Ohio is, well, Ohio is my home state. And Ohio had that train derailment earlier this year. But notice that Ohio is the only flag in the Union. Well, here's the Buckeyes, first of all. The Native Americans called them Buckeyes because they look like buckeyes, like an actual buck, like a deer. But yeah, the flag of Ohio is very interesting also because it's the only flag in the States that is not rectangular shaped. In fact, it has the pyramid. So let's investigate this this Ohio flag for a second, because the Ohio flag is probably, I think this might be connected to Ohio. I really do. You have the O in the middle, which represents Ohio, which ends with an O and starts with an O. As Jurassic always says, O is the crown, right? And Ohio has the triangle or the pyramid. Do you see this? And it has the eye. It essentially has the Illuminati eye on it, right? It has the eye. If you actually read about the flag, they say that this O actually represents the eye also of the buckeye and the bullseye, right? And you're going to notice that it's in the pyramid. Well, what does that remind you of? It reminds you of the pyramid with the all-seeing eye. So, and it's the only flag that has this shape. It's literally got like a cutout, right? It reminds me of like a serpent's tongue in a way. So yeah, I just wanted to investigate this. I see Square Peg is in the chat. Yeah, I forgot to mention, guys, today is the Pope's birthday. Good old Pope Francis turns 87 today. Square Peg's talking about the eyes. Yeah, there's definitely something here. Yeah, Square Peg. The Pope last year died, Pope Benedict. He died on the last day of the year. Now remember, Commodus in the movie, in the Leave the World Behind, he died on the last day of the year. So could there be an event on New Year's Eve? Interesting thought. But it's so hard to predict these events, guys. But we know that something's coming. Tabernacle of Bridegroom. What are you saying there? You're saying that that this is the sun and Sagittarius lined up with the temple on 26th and 27th of December. I'm not really sure what you're talking about, but sounds interesting. KC says you live in Ohio. Yeah, I'm also from Ohio. I'm in Germany now, but that's where I grew up. Fun fact, guys, I grew up in Mercer County, Ohio, and the QR code in the movie Leave the World Behind points us to Mercer County, West Virginia. So it's weird to see my county name. Mercer County, Ohio is where I grew up, and this also, there's a Mercer County in West Virginia. I actually lived in West Virginia when I was a kid also. Yeah, yeah, I'm definitely looking at the end of the year because, oh, and also to mention, guys, is that John Denver actually had a birthday on the last day of the year also, and John Denver also wrote the song Country Roads, which has the West Virginia in it, right? So I did look into that connection, guys. I did look into the connection between the West Virginia in the QR code that leads you to West Virginia and how it's connected to John Denver. Because remember, in the movie also, there's a plane crash, and John Denver also did die in a plane crash. I've been talking about John Denver. And yeah, so hey, Rick James, how you doing? We were talking about your city. I know you're from Vegas, Rick James, and we were just talking about your city and the connection to Matthew Perry, who played in Fallout New Vegas, and also how the Super Bowl is in Las Vegas, or it's in Paradise, I guess, near Vegas. So yeah, welcome to the chat, Rick. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, there's definitely something going on with Chicago as well, guys. I mean, there's a lot of places to watch next year. I mean, we know that Jurassic Liars is always talking about Seattle event, which I'm always looking out for. And we know that there could be something in Chicago and New York, something in Ohio. Brenda, you say that Vegas was in the stand too. What stand are you talking about, Brenda? Let's see. Yeah, guys. So if you guys have any extra additions to this QR code, please, guys, look into my find here and see if you guys can find anything else. The Greenbrier bunker that I found in West Virginia. And yeah, just a lot to talk about. Also, with the 99, I didn't see that guy answer me back, but I'm going to look more into the family that owned the house in the movie that where the bunker was located. If their name was truly Thorns, then the 99 is very interesting because I'm going to probably make a video talking about the number 99. It seems to be coming up a lot. I have 99 in the chat. It's so funny how that works. Again, guys, I don't know if I believe in I don't know if I believe in nuclear bombs, but I do believe in explosives, kind of like the ones that probably took down the World Trade Centers in 2001. So they could do anything with explosives. Yeah, good point, Belzy. The 99 red balloons. Remember that from earlier this year? The connection between the Chinese spy balloon and the 99 Luftballons, the German song. The reason that number is important, guys. So let's just take a deep dive into the 99 for just real quick. So the eclipse next year is on the 99th day of the year, okay? And Matthew Perry, who died in connection to the eclipse, his character in Friends is born on 4/8/1967. Or sorry, 68. So that means Matthew Perry's character was also born on the 99th day of the year. See this? So Matthew Perry's character in Friends, born on the 99th day of the year. This next year is the 99th day of the year is the eclipse. And then, not only that, but Matthew Perry's character was born on 99 date numerology. So if you add 4/8/1968, it's 99 again. And yeah, and in connection to Obama, his wife, or his his husband, if you want to call it that, Michael. Well, sorry, I don't know why I'm typing in Michael. It's not Michael, it's Michelle, but I was trying to type in Michael Obama. So Michelle Obama, the way that he's known by, is 99 also. So you have this movie connected. Michelle Obama is very connected to the eclipse also. And you want to know why, guys? Because 184 is a huge number connected to the eclipse, and 99 is also connected to the eclipse. So Michelle Obama, who's also known as Michael, she could be very coded in with this eclipse next year. There's something to look out for. Or he or she, whatever you want to call her, the it. Christy Cherry, you're saying I'm begging you to check out the interview. Which interview, Christy? Please remind me what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Square Peg's talking about the lights went out in Georgia. Big Mike, yep. Big Michael Obama. Michael LaVaughn Robinson Obama. But we're going to use his actual name that he's known by, Michelle Obama, and that's where you get the 99. And that's why I think it's going to be important. And don't forget, guys, 9 times 11 equals 99, right? Next year, the eclipse on the 99th day of the year. Yeah, Joseph, thanks for reminding me that the lights went out in the Super Bowl in 2013 when Obama was president, and the Ravens were playing, and the Ravens are very connected to the blackout. Very connected. And Ravens, Baltimore equals 58. This Super Bowl is Super Bowl 58. Okay, thank you, KC, for reminding me that, or verifying that the name in the movie, Leave the World Behind, the bunker is owned by a family with the last name Thorns. Okay, so Thorns equals 99, like Michelle Obama, like the 99th day of the year is the eclipse. Okay. Just notice also that this is hugely tied to 666. Again, if you flip the 99 upside down, you get 66. And if you flip the 90 upside down, you get 6. So 6, 6, 6. And then you have the 36s in 2 ciphers. And 36 is 6 times 6 times 6. 36 is the 666 triangular number. Or, sorry, 666 is the 36 triangular number. So you have all these 36s. And yeah, Matthew Perry did die 666 months after his character's birthday. And again, his character was born on the 99th day of the year, guys. I mean, I can't be any more clear about this connection. So yeah, watch for the 99. There's also a connection to Donald Trump in the 99. Because Donald equals 119. Like, again, 11 times 9 is 99. But if you actually go into some of the capital ciphers, Donald equals 99 in the capital cipher. Also equals 322 in reverse satanic and 223. But there's a football player named Aaron Donald. You guys, this is crazy, all right? So if you guys don't think this is rigged, let me show you this. There's a football player that plays for the Los Angeles Rams named Aaron Donald, okay? He's definitely connected to Donald Trump, 100%. Let me pull him up. So Aaron Donald, he wears the number 99. Okay? And in Gematria, Aaron Donald equals 99. What are the chances that he wears the number 99, okay, and his name equals 99? Not only that, Aaron Donald's birthday, let me show you. Aaron Donald's birthday is on May 23rd, which is like the number 523. 523 is Aaron Donald's birthday, number 99. And 523, his birthday, is the 99th prime number. So I hope you guys understand how scripted that is. The guy is literally born on 523. He wears the number 99. His birth date is the 99th prime number, and his name equals 99. Aaron Donald. And the name Donald, if you go to the capital cipher, where you take capital letters into consideration, the name Donald equals 99. And his last name is Donald, and he wears 99. And as a matter of fact, I think he has another connection. If you type in his full name, Aaron Charles Donald, so his full name in Sumerian equates to, let me show you this. His full name in Sumerian equates to 990. Again, the 99, guys. So his name, Aaron Donald, equals 99. If you add his middle name, it equals 99. And he's born on 99 day of the, his birthday is 523, the 99th prime, and he wears the number 99. And Donald equals 99 in capitals. And just notice that Aaron Charles Donald is born, or is equals 165. Donald Trump, just like Aaron Donald, is born on 6/14. 6/14 is the 165th day of the year. Aaron Donald equals 165. So again, he's coded with Donald Trump. Okay. I'm telling you, I've already done my own decodes personally that has showed how closely this guy is tied with Donald Trump. I just had to get that out there because it's something I wanted to really get across. So yeah, if you guys want to really wake people up, I need to post this on Twitter about this guy in the number 99 because it's absolutely impossible, guys. Absolutely impossible that he wears that number. His birthday is all connected. Everything's connected. It's just absolutely impossible. Sorry, guys. I got off on a tangent, but I just wanted to talk about that. Square Peg is saying, don't look up. That reminds me of the movie Don't Look Up. You know what? I'll have to go back and look at that movie. It's been a while since I've looked into that movie, but that definitely has a connection. Yeah, Pineal podcast. I was talking about 99 and 36. Yeah. Yeah, it does drive the point home, Jessica. So I hope I'm not being redundant, guys, because I did have a few comments saying that I was being redundant, which I kind of agree with because I have been talking about the same movie for the last like 4 videos. But I think this is probably the last video unless something else comes up. Yeah, let's see. How long have I been live? Been live pretty long time, guys. So is there anything else that you guys want to add to this decode? Anything that you guys think I missed or any extra points about the bunkers? If you guys missed it, I talked about the bunker in West Virginia. I talked about the bunker in Leave the World Behind. I talked about the abandoned amusement park where the QR code in the movie leads you to. And I tied it in with the amusement park in Ukraine, which is near the Chernobyl disaster. And it's a very similar story, a similar amusement park, known for its Ferris wheel. So, yeah, I mean, if you guys want to watch back, that's what you guys are going to see. I'm going to talk about the QR code. I'm still going to more look into the QR code, but for now, I'm just going to move on to a new decode probably. Yeah, Jessica, that's a good point. Regarding the 192, in a normal year, next year, in a normal year, the 192nd day of the year is July 11th, which is kind of like September 11th. Okay, because remember, sept means 7, so really September 11th is 7/11. But anyways, the 192 day of the year on a normal year is 7/11. Next year, though, the 192 day of the year will be July 10th. So it's definitely a date I'm watching out for because remember, this year on 10/7, we had the attack, and this is a similar date, 10/7. So definitely a date to watch out for next year is 7/10. Yeah, no problem, Madak. I mean, it's just glad to see you here. Even if you're not contributing as much, it's okay to step out of the matrix slavery. I get it. I don't do as much decoding anymore either. As you guys notice, I don't bring up as many numbers anymore because, first of all, my eyes just can't take so much decoding. And second of all, I just try to keep the numbers simple at this point. You know, I've had a lot of decodes in my past where I've brought in a lot of numbers. I can definitely work the numbers, but at this point, I don't feel like making it too complicated. So, hey, but Christy Cherry, what was you talking about? What interview did I? Can you retype that in the chat so I can know what you're talking about? The interview you want me to watch? But yeah, I'll pull up this last screen as I get ready to leave here, guys. So this video was all about the QR code and the bunker, guys. So in case you guys are just getting in late, you guys can go back and watch. Yeah, this movie was full of connections. Big shout out to Joseph Aquaviva 2222 and all of his connections. There's been so many people that have found so many things, and I can't even think of them all right now, but there's definitely a lot more. Um, where is the I just don't know what interview you guys are talking about. I'm sorry. Can someone please let me know what interview you guys are talking about so I can look into it? I must have missed it. Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention to the chat before. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate you, brother, and all your amazing work. And thank you for showing up every day and dedicating yourself and doing. If you guys don't support Joseph Aquaviva, go support him as well. If you guys want to support me, please hit the like button and also my buy me a coffee in the top of this chat. If you guys want to make any donations, I appreciate that. And if you guys want to support Joseph, he's in the chat. You guys can click on his link, Joseph Aquaviva 2222. If you guys want to support Square Peg Divergent, she's also in the chat. Just type in Square Peg, PEG, Divergent. You guys can support her as well and her amazing research on this reality that she does. Okay, it's Whoopi. I see. Whoopi Goldberg, you mean? Because it wasn't Whoopi kind of in. I thought that Whoopi Goldberg was in the iPet Goat. The teacher in that iPet Goat looks like Whoopi Goldberg. No, maybe more like Oprah, I guess. Yeah, I guess so, Square Peg. I guess my buy me a coffee should be buy me a computer because that's what I really need to put the money into right now. This computer is about ready to be done. I won't be able to do live streams anymore. I appreciate you, Marak, for your donations. Thank you so much. And thank you for being a subscriber. So yeah, I'll look into that interview with Whoopi Goldberg. Her birthday is November 13th. Yeah, I need to look more into her. I haven't really researched her at all. In the goat cartoon, Obama makes the letter I with his pinky and then winks his eye. Yeah, that's a good point, Square Peg. Man, there's probably so much symbolism. If you guys didn't see Joseph Aquaviva's video about the connection between Obama in the classroom the other day and iPad Goat, I mean, it's mind-blowing. You guys cannot deny what's coming. I mean, I don't know how close we are to this event or whatever's coming, but I mean, they're certainly amping it up, and Obama's a centerpiece, of course. I can't deny what Joseph says that he's the Antichrist. I just can't deny it because I've seen too much. Just seen too much. Yeah, and the Rose, the girl in the movie, her name is Rose. She's in the bunker. The Rose definitely has to do with the Rosicrucians, guys. I mean, anytime you see the Rose, you got to think of the Rosicrucians, which is connected to Freemasonry. If you guys don't know what the Rosicrucians are, you know, they're as this says, the Rosicrucian teachings are a combination of occultism and other religious beliefs and practices, including Hermeticism, Jewish mysticism, and Christic Gnosticism. But they're all about the rose, guys, the rosy cross. And the girl in the movie, in the bunker, is named Rose. So I believe that's connected to the Rosicrucians, which would connect to the Freemasons, which would connect to a lot of things. The purple flower guy at the White House? No, I didn't see that, Joseph. What is that? Purple flower guy. Did you see that Joseph, did you see that Obama was at the White House yesterday or 2 days ago with Biden? Did you see that? Um, yeah, I'm just reading the chat, guys. Hold on. Yeah, I think I don't know, but if you type in Obama, the latest news on CNN was that he was at the White House. I just didn't know if Joseph knew that that was a headline. If you type in news for Obama, Biden and Obama team up for Obamacare enrollment push following Trump's latest repeal threat. Yeah, so yeah, he was at the White House. And actually, this is from 2 days ago. Biden and Obama at the White House. Okay, I'll watch that. You say watch Jill Biden's Christmas video, purple flower guy dancing around. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I'll look that up after I get off here. It's from this week. Okay. Well, Jill Biden's Christmas party. Let me just look it up here. Hold on. Yeah, I did not see this, but I'm sure. Did you cover this in a video, Joseph? So this is Jill Biden's White House Christmas video. Okay. Um, this looks like a decode all in itself. What is this? Like, is this a what is this mask guy over here? I mean, there's so much to even I can't even take all this in right now because it looks so like ridiculous. No wonder they got slammed as being bizarre and freaky. Looks like something out of Willy Wonka or something. Something out of Hunger Games even. Some of these people look like they're dressed like the people in Hunger Games. The mask guy gets shot, really. Is that like a foreshadowing of Biden? Oh, okay, Joseph, you covered it live on the Franchot Pearson's channel yesterday. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Play it? Okay, but you guys can't hear it because I have no sound on this. But I mean, I guess we can watch it if this thing even plays. Let me close out some windows here. You guys will love my live streams even more when I have a computer that actually loads. I don't know if it's going to play. Yeah, you're right. Blue Skies mom says a bunch of weirdos. Yeah. It's crazy how okay, Lincoln is above the guy when he gets shot. Interesting. I mean, I think is that Trump or is that Biden connection? I don't know. Maybe it's Trump. So yeah, what is this? Like this is literally Jill Biden, her Christmas party? Like what in the world? This reminds me of Willy Wonka for some reason. But what is the mask guy? What is that? Is that like a deer? It looks like he has like antlers or something. You guys know this is some sort of satanic ritual, you know? Like, yeah, I see the flower guy. Of course, they got the the checkerboard floors, and the guy's wearing black and white, Freemasonry checkerboard colors also. Yeah, Alice in Wonderland, that's what I was getting at. You know that, Alice in Wonderland with Johnny Depp, when it looked really crazy looking? Yeah, it kinda reminds me of that too. Do you guys see the number 1310 in the background? So on that back pillar, there's 13 and 10. That reminds me of the Friday the 13th we just had this year on 10/13. Yeah, there is, like, a dancing guy in iPet Goat. Isn't he dancing? So that is a rabbit. JFK was shot. I see. JFK was shot in the year of the rabbit, guys, and, the picture of Lincoln was right there behind it when it happened. I see that. Wow, I gotta yeah. I'll watch that again when I get off, but that was crazy. That's definitely yeah, I saw him grab his chest, you know? Yeah, definitely coated. Manuka? Who's typing in Manuka? That's so funny. I don't know why you're typing the word Manuka in, but Pineal Podcast. That's so funny because I started taking Manuka honey just this week for health benefits. And I just saw that you typed in Manuka with the honey in the chat, and I was like, well, that's a coincidence because I just started taking Manuka honey. Yeah, guys, if you don't know what Manuka honey is, if you get a high rated Manuka honey, it's very antibiotic. It's basically medicine, guys. I mean, if you want to kill bacteria, take a bit of Manuka honey with some ginger. Oof, man, that's a good bacteria killer. I've definitely changed my diet over the last months to benefit me and help me, repair because I wasn't in very good shape. Uh, I spent way too much of my life eating way too much fat, guys, way too much fat. So basically, I'm really on a strict plant, mostly plant-based diet right now, and low fat because when I eat fat, my heart rate goes up and I don't feel good. When I eat meat, also the same thing happens. So I usually start my day out with a bowl of organic oats without the glyphosate, and I had put some frozen wild blueberries in that with a banana. So yeah, oatmeal with wild blueberries and banana is how I start my day, and then for lunch I usually have some sort of warmed meal, like a vegetable curry or a more fatty meal. And then for dinner, I have a smoothie with blueberries, wild blueberries, and banana and mango. Yeah, and I don't eat anything heavy for my evening meal. I like to go to bed with my digestion all cleared out so that your body can repair in the evening and then fast until the next morning. Yeah, just some pointers, guys, that has really been helping my health. And the wild blueberries are very important for pulling out radiation and toxins. And they need to be wild blueberries mostly because the wild blueberries have much higher antioxidant. So, just some pointers if you guys want to try wild blueberries and Manuka honey. And I eat a lot of lentils for my protein. Lentils are very alkaline compared to other beans like soybeans. I prefer lentils. I made like a lentil tofu that I made in like a stir fry the other day. So yeah, I don't know if you guys wanted to know about my diet, but I'm finding that these things are really working for me at this point. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get ready to get off here, but Captain Flatastic, lentils make you fart. Well, if you get used to them, not so much. And actually, you got to make sure you soak them a bit and soak them in some like baking soda. It helps with the phytic acid that makes you get problems. But if your digestion's good, you shouldn't have too much problems. But don't eat a bunch of lentils and beans if your digestion's already bad, because you got to eat something lighter on your digestion. Because if you eat a bunch of beans and your digestion already have leaky gut and all these digestive issues, you're going to have issues. Let's just put it that way. You're going to fart. So make sure you're best off if you already trying to heal and you're trying to heal the gut, eat some soups that are light on the gut, like a pumpkin soup or something, and then eat some fruit. And honey helps to repair the gut as well. So eat some honey, and of course don't eat too much honey. You don't just want the pure sugar all the time, but just eat some in the morning in some warm water with ginger and lemon. Yeah, guys, but one of my other passions is food and health. So I don't want to get into this tangent, but thank you guys for listening and watching. I appreciate you guys listening to all my rants. And yeah, so I'm gonna get ready to get off. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Square Peg. Let's see, Square Peg, Stacy Ann, Captain Flatastic, Mariana, Cosette, Megan, Pineal Podcast, Christy Cherry, Joseph Aquaviva, much love, brother. Aquarius Girl, Susan, Stacy Ann. Thank you guys for all chiming in about the honey. I'm glad you all also have some good honey out there. All right, guys. Well, we'll leave it there, and I hope you guys have a good Monday tomorrow. Probably no streams or videos from me tomorrow. Many blessings to all of you, and the next video probably will not be about the leave the world behind, but unless I find something. So, but next video probably in like 2 days. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you guys in the next video, and as always, God bless you all and have a great rest of your day and evening. Much love.